Hello, this is LordUg and welcome to Monsters Monument. Yes, here it is. And but what this is, I'm going to do two tonight, so you're going to get two Monsters Monuments tonight. One is going to be me putting names on a monster, and I'll be explaining how I'm going to do that soon. And this one is going to be that people have asked me, I've had personal questions sent to me and asked of me and some comments, and I just wanted to get that out of the way because it seems some people still don't get what Monsters Monument is. So I want to get that sorted and get it all out in the open so everybody knows what all this is about, and then I can do one and start getting the names up and all your answers will be here. Okay, so first question I got was actually quite a good one. Why so many torches? Yeah, I did go a bit crazy on the torches, I must admit. But there is a reason. Now, of course, the ones on the front of the monsters, they're just to light them up in the dark. Nothing more than that. But, right, this world has always been a very snowy world. Very. So bad that it's snow in all directions for quite a distance. No matter which way I travel, I've been over there, I've travelled over there, I've travelled over there. For a long way, many blocks, it's snow everywhere. And I got so tired of seeing the snow. I honestly did. I got so annoyed with it that I was determined that I wasn't going to see any snow on Monsters Monument. You know, some think it's for the monsters, but it isn't. I don't mind monsters walking around it. The only thing I don't like is Enderman, because Enderman might grab a block and, you know, pull a block out, and that would really annoy me. But I don't actually mind monsters walking around normally. But, yeah, I just don't want snow anywhere, so I just started putting torches absolutely anywhere I could put them. So, even on the top of their heads, there's even snow, there are even torches on their heads, on top of their heads to make sure, although I have put the glass over since to stop rain and snow getting on the monsters. But when it came to the spider, of course, I didn't put no glass over him. So yeah, he's got. Well, that's why he's got. My torch fetish came out full style there. So there's the answer. It's because I hate snow. Although I did actually build a track going that way, and you can see it goes right off into the distance over there, and that goes for about 5 minutes non-stop, just complete travelling, and it does actually end up at a place where there's no snow. So that's quite nice, and I built a little log cabin there. One day I might take you over there. Okay, question 2. Now, I want, you know, if the person who asked this is watching, I want you to know this question, I didn't take it wrong. I didn't take it that you were being nasty, and I hope my reply didn't come across as nasty, because it was not meant to be. But you asked, well, somebody did ask, why don't you stop Monsters Monument? It's getting a bit old now. And the thing is, Monsters Monument won't stop. That's it. See, I don't care if it seems old. It won't stop. Because one thing that this is different, Monsters Monument is different, because this is not part of my gaming schedule. Yeah, I might play my Let's Play on my Chilling and Chatting world, and I might, and then I've got like the Earthbane vs Minecraft. She's great, she's amusing, but yeah, I've got that series and other little Minecraft things that I do, and then I've got like my Heavy Rain walkthrough, Dead Rising 2 combo weapons guide. I'm on about starting my LA Noire walkthrough to finish it off, because I've done about 3/4 of it, and I've always said I wanted to finish it. So, you know, I have lots of things on the go, but Monsters Monument isn't part of that. You see, Monsters Monument is more. Monsters Monument's real. It really is. See, look at these names. You see every single one of these signs? That is a real person. That's not fake. That is a real person who was on their phone, PC, laptop, in their bedroom, living room, internet cafe, whatever, who clicked the subscribe button and showed me support. That is what everyone is. Every one of these people is real. And every person who's going to go on is real. And when I look at it this way, why should people who have got a nice fat wallet who can donate only be the people who get the names mentioned, in a video? Why should people who have 30, 40, 50, 60,000 subscribers be only the ones that get their names mentioned on a video? No, it's wrong. I want to validate you whether you have 100,000 subscribers or whether you have none. I mean, if you have no subscribers on YouTube, you're basically invisible. You're nothing. Nobody knows, nobody cares, nobody thinks on you. You're just invisible. But you're not. Not now. Not to me. You are not invisible and you're not going to be. So I'm going to validate every single one of you. Everyone who signs up for this, you will be validated by me. My word. I will put you on Monsters Monument. I might have to put, like I say, people in blocks now, because I'm going to explain that in a minute. But you will have your name read out. You will have it mentioned, and I will say thank you to you and say I'm honoured. And I really will. And I really am. It's, that's how Monsters Monument works. It validates everyone. I want everyone, even if you've got no subscribers, I want you to hear your name mentioned. So you can say, from now on, my name is in that video. If I want to hear my name mentioned on YouTube, I can click that video and I can listen to somebody say my name and thank me. And that's how it has to be. So no, Monsters Monument will not stop ever until every name is on. And while other people subscribe, them names will go on. That's how it works. And I did get another one. This was a private message, and it said, "Isn't this?" And I found this amusing, but I'll be honest, I'm going to answer it. "Isn't this a clever way to get lots of subscribers?" Which I found quite amusing, because the work I put into doing Monsters Monument is a lot more than I could need to do if I want to look good. I could look good by doing a lot less work than I do doing all these signs and saying thank you all the time. I could find another way of doing that. So Monsters Monument isn't built to try and make me look good. But let's for a second look at is it designed, do you want more subscribers? The thing is, if subscribers find me, then they're welcome on Monsters Monument. Of course they are. But it works in I've got Monsters Monument working in a very symbiotic way. What benefits me benefits you. This into some kind of a speech or trying to get people on side. If you listen to this, you'll see how it works. You see, if I have 900 subscribers, well, no wait, I've got 729. Let's say out of them 729 subscribers I have, that 300 watch the next Monsters Monument video when I put some names on. That's 300 people who have now seen your name, who know you exist, who have heard your name. So, before, when nobody would have known you, now 300 do. So, Monsters Monument is a very magical place, really, because it works in a symbiotic way. If I get more subscribers, yeah, of course I benefit. I get better known. But then again, this is if you look at it from the way of, if we're all on the same bus here, I'm the driver. That's all it is. But we're all on the same bus. But the point is that, what benefits me benefits you. The more eyes I have on my videos, the more eyes there is to see you and hear of you, more ears to hear of you. So I can validate you on an even bigger level with more people. That's the magic of Monsters Monument. It helps me, but it helps you. And I've got it working nice and smoothly that way. And I love it. I love it. And if I ever am going to be anything big, then I'm going to try and drag as many of you along with me as I can. That's how it works. That's what we do here. I'm not the best builder in the world. I'm not. I'm not good at building mansions and things like that. But if you want a builder, there's 1,000 YouTube videos about building. You can find one. I'm not exactly the best caver in the world. Caver or spelunker, whatever you call it, or people looking around these abandoned mines and that. But hey, if you want that kind of person or video, there's 1,000 videos on that too. But if you want somebody who will pay homage to who you are, to thank who you are, without you having to donate, without you having to kiss their ass and tell them how amazing they are, who will just take your name, put it for all to see, and say thank you, then you need me. Then you need people like me and BOO and people like that. Those that will help others for no gain. That is where I come in. I might not be able to build your best mansion or find your diamonds, but I can sure as hell make you realise that you are alive and you mean something on YouTube. Okay? Anyway, I think I've gone on long enough now. I'm sorry if I've gone on too long. If you know how it works. If you don't like what I've said, just click dislike. It's how it works. But I just wanted to get all this cleared up before I started. And now you know what it's all about and how it works. So I'm going to go because I want to start my first set of names. I'm going to have to do it in blocks of 10, sometimes maybe 15. I'm not going over 15. And what I'll do is, as I put each name down, you will see me put a name down, you'll see me type out the name, and I will say the name. And every name will be typed out one at a time and said until I've got them all, and then I will thank you, and I will thank them people for joining me. But everybody's going to get the name in the spotlight and get it mentioned. And that's going to be your validation. Okay? So thanks, guys. I love you lots. You know I do. And remember, you take really good care of yourselves. And goodbye for now, my friends.